Hi, I'm Stephanie, the creative girl behind the designs. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you haven't already done so, I would truly appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification alerts so that you know when I post my next video. So I wanted to pop on today and, share with you a new setup. And if you haven't figured it out already, it's going to be a mini. I haven't had or carried a mini in years, so I'm probably going to be adjusting it as I go along. And I have a general setup right now because I have a planner and I have a notes, but the planner doesn't start until July. So I'm going to kind of get it set up and then show you or walk you through what I'll be doing. I've got, as I said, the planner, I've got a notebook, I've got this snap-in cover. It's the new pink fabric. And this planner is the Made to Bloom. And then this is the Made to Bloom notes. And see this pretty cover here? And look at the inside. Look at that. Love those flowers. And then I have some discs. So I have these, I introduced these in my last unboxing, and the purple ones, there was one of them, there was something wrong with like the way it had coated. It didn't correctly coat when they had done it. So I contacted Happy Planner and I asked for just one disc. I only needed one, but they sent me an entire new box. So I am so appreciative of that. And I do love this purple color, and I think I'm going to incorporate it, but I may or may not do that on this video because I just want to get it set up so I can start using it. But these are here because these may or may not be used. Excuse me. Allergies, seasonal allergies. I have also these papers. I've got the old style, a whole packet, not used, daily sheets. I've got a set, very little of it, of a weekly view. I've got some note paper from Supermom, and then I also have some note paper, filler paper from the Planner Babe line. So these are just things I've had hanging out in my craft room, and I have other papers. I just pulled these out, and I may incorporate them, different ones here and there. So here's what I'm going to do. Excuse me, I got such allergies. So I love this cover. As you know, I like on my classic, I do like the snap-on covers. And I'm going to try it out for a mini. Usually with the mini, I would have like the Snap Deluxe cover on it. But I'm going to try this one. So this is the pink. And I'm just going to set some things aside. Now let's talk quickly about the planner. So this planner is a 12-month planner. It'll start in July, and it is a mini vertical. So in terms of minis, I prefer the horizontal. This area for the vertical is just much too small for me to do anything in. But that's beside the point. That doesn't start till July. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this planner, although I love the cover and I love the discs, I think what I'm going to do is use a few elements of this into the note. I'm going to set up the notebook, basically. So this notebook has 3 tabs. There's this one here, Happiness Blooms From Within, and this is the popular daisy pattern. And then there's this one, and then this one. And then again, there's this cover. And I'm going to incorporate this cover. I can't not, it's too pretty not to use it. So this planner is going to be, for now, just because we have like the rest of May and then June. So this won't start for a little while. But what I am going to do is I am going to pull the hello page and then the perpetual calendar pages out of here. I'm going to use those now. And then as I use the planner, the months, again, I won't use the vertical sheets. I'll show you why in a minute. And I'll just keep everything in here, and this will just be my filter too. Only because I like the inside of this one. So I really need to use this because it's just too pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and set this other one aside. And then this one here, I'm going to, let's take this cover off, or the paper. So this is just a general mini. And this one too has the note paper in it. And I don't know if I showed it to you. Let me quickly pop that out for you. So see this paper? It has like a border, and it's this really pretty floral border. Excuse my ratty nails. I need to get a manicure. I've been doing I did some gardening, and then, you know, it just kind of got away from me. But that's beside the point. So this one here, I'm going to basically use as the planner. But first what I'm going to do, so I'm going to kind of flip this. Most of you know if you take the covers off, you can just flip them around. So I'm going to take these off because although I'm going to have the fabric cover on it, I want to use this floral pattern. So I am going to take that off. I'm now going to put, let's see, did I do this right? Hold on here. Okay, let me get this one on, because this will end up, this was the back cover, it'll end up being the front cover. And then the back cover, that's right, the back cover, it shows that, that's okay. Unless I turned it upside down, which it's the back, I'm not worried about it. Right now I'm going to pop it on so that it has this on the inside. And then, so here's, and this is really pretty, the Plan a Happy Life. So I'm going to put into here the Hello paper. And then I'm also going to pop on the cover. It's a bit much, maybe, for some people having the, oh, this has to be on the outside, so I do have to flip it around. Most people don't like having the both of them together, but I don't mind that. I gotta turn, I don't know what I was thinking with this. Okay, there we go. Perfect. But I don't actually mind it because to me it just gives a little bit of extra stability. And I do like to be able to see the cover, especially if it's a cover I really like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this on. And what's nice is the cover, it has this clear, it's kind of a rose, it's not totally clear. So it has kind of a pink disc edge. And so you can see through that. And so those purple flowers are peeking out. And I really like that. So I'm gonna get this on the back. This will be a quick video. I know, oh, that's cute. I just noticed they had the little Happy Planner logo on the back. Only because I won't do too much. I'm going to show you, this is just basically a brand new setup. It is going to be, it's going to function in two different ways for me. It'll be obviously my catch-all, or not my catch-all, but my everyday carry. So if I leave the house, probably everyday carry was the word I wanted to use, but when I leave the house, I will take this with me. It'll also serve the purpose that when I am here in my craft room and I'm working, you know, typically my mornings start out on the computer and I'm doing, you know, things that are on the computer. Sometimes my classic is a lot of space. And I'm finding with my classic, I'm getting very lax in using the the weekly views. So I'm going to throw this into the mix and see how it works for me. But this is small enough I can keep it in front of me and still do what I need to do. And the reason I say that about this is because this is basically going to become my daily planner. So I'm going to be using these daily sheets to keep track of the things that I'm doing. Because sometimes I'll be like, well, did I do this or didn't I? And, you know, with my classic, I sometimes don't have enough room on my desk. But my go-to to find anything out is my classic. So information will be transposed over to that. But for the most part, that is going to be my guideline. My classic is going to be my guideline for my month, because as you know, I use the monthly view. And it holds a lot of my business information. So I am going to use this as sort of like a daily planner. And I'll be doing the daily sheets and then also some notes. I'm going to put in the weekly sheets. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use those or not. So let's just jump in and get started. Now, as this gets thicker, depending on how much I want to keep in here, I will consider adding the purple classic size discs onto here. For right now, I'm going to leave the ones that it came with, but that's what I needed these for. But we'll see. Maybe I'll just leave them on the mini and I'll just keep putting the, use sheets over on, another mini happy planner. I have actually I call it my archive happy planner. So it's basically a cover. I have on either classic or usually classic, not with the minis. I don't tend to go expander, but I just have on it all my past mini papers, planners and note paper and so forth that I had used. And it's just kind of like an archival thing. I can go back and look at it if I need to. And then it's there. And if such time comes, I can always just, get rid of the paper. But I do have an archive planner for both I have it for my classic, my big, and my mini, because at one time I was using all three. So enough about that. I'm rambling. It's Friday, right? We're just tired. So I'm going to leave these 3 tabs in here, but because I'm going to be putting in some other paper, I'm going to take some of this out. And actually, I'm going to take it out from the back. I'm going to, oops, too much at one time. So this paper, I will also be using to do some maybe mini memory keeping, I guess is how you want to call it. And because it just has a really pretty border, floral border along the edge. And then it's perfect. I can take it out into the garden with me on the porch. So I just like the idea of being able to carry something that's easy enough to carry. And it's cute. So let's see, I've got the paper out. So I'm going to go back here. And my first tab, so I'm going to move these tabs up here because I'm going to keep the notes in the last tab. And then, so for the first tab, I'm going to pop in these weekly sheets. And I may have other weekly sheets here. I'm not too worried about the fact that the pattern doesn't match. That doesn't bother me. It's just mainly so that I could, if I take this out with me and I'm going, I'm sitting at a doctor's office and I'm waiting, I can pull this out and I can start maybe listing out the things that I want to do in, say, the following week. So it's kind of like that right-hand planner kind of idea. So that's my weeks. And then in my second tab, I want to put, not all, obviously, but just a few of these daily sheets. I think, again, as I get into it more, I may archive these out, but for right now, I'm going to get a few of them in there. And then I don't think that I'm going to, you might hear a motorcycle going by. It's summer, or spring really, but it's summer. So I popped a few more in there. And then in this last tab where I'm going to have the paper, I'm just going to go to the back. And I don't think I'm going to use this paper. I just noticed it has a very wide polka dot border, very little writing space. Again, that's not a problem either way. But I just happened to notice that. But I do want to grab some of this Planner Babe paper. I've had mini things for quite a while. Again, I'll just grab a little bit of a little handful. I've had it for a while, and I just wanted to start using some of that mini items. And okay, just wanted to get that put away. And what I wanted to do, like I said, was just be able to carry this around so that, you know, that's not too thick. It's a pretty good size. Will I ever, the thing I like about mini is the mini discs, obviously. They really work to create less bulk, but there's times when I want a chunky planner. And let's see, by chunky, let me show you. So this was one of my past chunky planners, and it's on classic discs. I used a variety of colors in it just to kind of blend with the cover here, and it's not super chunky anymore because I did take a few things out, but it was stocked right up to the tip of the discs, and I had archived or purged out some of the things. So this is what I mean by chunky. But I kind of like, you know, it may change, but I kind of like being able to just have something that is portable, let's say. So that's what this mini is going to serve. I considered putting something on the cover, but I just don't know about that. So I don't think I'm going to do that. So now when I go into it, I have my pretty purple cover. Love this floral print. And I will have my hello page. I'm not going to do the name just yet, only because I'm debating which color I want to use. I mean, there's a lot of purple, but I'm kind of liking the yellow too. So until I settle on that, I'm not going to write that in. I will have these pages, which are nice because I can keep track in here of important upcoming appointments, birthdays. I can plan out the days when I think I'll be doing my live video on creative planning expressions, and that I'm a little behind in as well. But I'll be jumping into that hopefully next week, so please join in on that group. And if you actually had already requested to join the group, but you haven't received a confirmation yet, you know, check over the submission that you made, because if the questions are answered, it doesn't help me to understand what you're there for. So I really need you to kind of, there's like 3 quick questions. If you can just, you know, jot in it doesn't have to be a long old paragraph, you know, just a small sentence of sorts. That'll be really helpful in getting you into the group faster. So that'll be next week, hopefully next Saturday, just a heads up. So this I'm not worried about. This is July. Now when I get closer to July, so around mid-June or so, I will probably pop in the July tab, and then I'll probably take this, because it's going to be a first tab, I'll just take this and move it to the back. But that'll be forthcoming. We'll see how well this is going to work. I'm starting at mid-month, but that's okay because it's going to be a daily planner. So I have my weeks, and I have in the second tab my daily sheets, my third tab, and it's very bloom-tastic, if that's even a word. I have some lined note paper, and then I also popped in some Planner Babe paper. And I like the idea of doing the Planner Babe because I can kind of jot down some video ideas I've had or something of that nature. So that is going to be my setup, my mini on-the-go setup for my daily planner. So I hope this has inspired you to set up a mini planner, and that however you would use your mini planner. And oh, by the way, they are great for a garden journal. Check out the blog in coming days because there'll be a post up on my past mini garden journal. So I hope I've inspired you to do something creative today and every day. And I thank you for watching.